So here's the recording. Put the camera on. Alrighty, so it's Friday, 1:38, 0:39, 2 seconds, year 2023. 11th month, November 17th day. Anyway, it's up in the credentials up at the top. So, the pound yen took a downward turn. It's heading down, hauling ass down. And so, I want to show what the chart looks like. So go to MetaTrader 5 here. Okay, so here it is on the 1 hour. There's the trade up at the top. There's where the put the buy order in. Then there was a news event. It was pound retail sales. And then on the 5-minute chart, actually go to the 1-minute chart. So there it is on the 1-minute chart. After the news event came out, it automatically spiked down. Right here, the news came out. And so it just dropped. Wham! In 1 minute. It probably spiked down within 30 seconds or 2 seconds, because that's what happens on the news events. And so here would be the news. This is Forex Factory. Got to sign in. Okay, so here's the news for Friday. Here's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So here it is at 00. That's 12 midnight. So it came out minus 3%, which was in the red. In other words, the pound didn't sell very much products this month. So England didn't make very much money this month. They were 3% shy. So when that news hit, then it affected the pound currency. So there it is. So when we're in the previous video, it was, it's probably the 5-minute. It was coming up for a double top right up here. See that? It's in the previous video. Here's the double top. It was going up, and then it came down, and it went up again for a 5-minute double top. Then as soon as the news came out, sure enough, it went down, and it broke this latest bottom here. There's the double top, or actually this bottom. Here would be the bottom that it breaks. This is known as a C wave. And so when it's going up, the first point, or the nipple up here, this could be 2 tits up here at the top, 2 nipples. That's called an A, or actually it puts a top, and then down here it's called an A wave, 1 wave down, and then going up is a B wave. Actually, this first nipple up here is known as wave 5. Because this right here is called an Elliott wave. This move up. And the Elliott wave goes 1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, the retracement, and then wham, 0.5. and then it goes A, B, C. Whoosh! And C always breaks B right here. So it broke on the news, went wham, whoosh! And then the rest of the night so far has been going for the past 2 hours since midnight. And it's going, 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 going. And so go to the higher time frame. So there it is. It was at 187 and the blue box up here for the buy 65 on the left. 187, 132. And it's down to 185, 994. So basically that's 8,600. So it's dropped, it'd be 87, 86, 132, or 13. So 100 pips, basically. 113 pips. So anyway, and then it's looking to keep going. The reason I say it's looking to keep going because when I looked at the euro yen right here, it's the second one down. It's got all that space to run down here. All this space till it rams into stuff over here. So it's got a bunch of room to go down. And I looked at the euro US dollar underneath it. And look at the euro US dollar. Look at all this space it has. If it wants to break. But it hasn't broken this low yet. It's got all this space. So, but it didn't, the euro didn't break. See, it's got the double top. One, damn, double top. Hasn't broke yet. So who knows if it's going to break. But anyway, getting back to the pound yen. So here it is. And look at it on the lower time frame, the 5 minute. So there it's going. It isn't letting up. There it's going on the 1 minute. It just keeps going, going, going. So there it was. There was the break way up there. So anyway, now go and looking at the price. Oops. See how much it's in the red. So look, it's 55,000. Now one of the things that I'm looking at is the free margin. See how it lit up in red here? And it's given a percentage here. 41%. So every time the money goes down or more in the hole, 54,000 to 55,000, it seems like the percentage level drops. 55 down to 40%. So that's telling me, I'm thinking that there's 41. This goes all the way down to 0 before it'll shut the trade off, and the bank keeps the money. So it's all the way down to 32,000, starting off at 88,000. So there it is again. The percent goes down to 39 as it's at 56,000 in the hole. So I'm thinking it'll probably drop all the way down close to 0, or maybe 10,000, which is no big deal because I actually want it to go down to $500. because that's all the money I'm going to actually put into an account. And there's no way to change the account so that it'll say 500 instead of 100,000. Because $500 is realistic as to what's going to be trading. But anyway, so in a way, it's a wonderful thing that, you know, this trade is losing all the money, because it's showing me how this margin account is working with this company, which this company is show the company here. This is the company here, Oanda, and this is another trading platform. See at the top here it says demo account. So there's that. Then it can switch to a live account. But there is no live account. There's nothing in the account yet. So go back to the demo. And this is how much money is in the demo account, 2,000. But this particular platform, I haven't figured out how to read the trades yet. I put a trade on right there, but see, this one's kind of cool because you can just draw the take profit, just tap the stop loss and just tap the stream, put it right on there instead of having to and it can be moved up and down real easy. I like that one. But, and then submit it, modify the trade successful. But the thing is, I've been searching all around how to figure out where the money readout's at. Oh, this must be it. And so it's down here under portfolio. So look at that. Minus 133 pips for a trade that I put on a while earlier this morning. I was on this before. Positions, minus 130 pips. Activity. You have to get used to looking at that one. So I pressed on these the other day. Reduce trade. So if I wanted to reduce it, see if I can get that thing to pop back up. Let's see here. Close trade. Okay, so I can close it right there. And that's this red one. Tapping on the red bar. Ah, there it is. Just go tap. It says close, reduce, and modify. All right, modify. All right, so there it is. But it's not telling how much is in the account. It's not telling how much money is being lost here. It's just going in pips. Anyway, I'll get back to this one later. I just wanted to show the company. And at the beginning, I'll hit it again. This is one that says FX Trade. It's the same company that has the MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 here. And that's, well, let me see if I can get out of this again. This is just a dummy account, demo account. I'm just pressing these things at the bottom. Oanda, there it is at the top. That's the name of the company. Oanda Demo. So if one wanted to go to on the website and just use this, go to Google and just type in O and I call it Zero-anda or Zilch-anda. I'm not into the word O. Anyway, so this is the company here. And this company's been around a long, long time. So it's well established. Well established, this company. Anyway, so that's it. And anyone can sign up and get a free demo account. See there it says try a free demo account or open up a regular account. So demo account is always recommended to trade demo accounts first. So just press on trade a demo account and you're almost ready to trade. So just download the mobile app. Real easy. And it'll download it. Download the stuff to the computer. There's MT4 and then MT5 is somewhere in here. I think it pops up in the email somewhere, but if you had to, just email the company and ask them where is it at, but it's in there somewhere. Anyway, so that's that. So getting back to the actual trade. So here it is. It just keeps going down, down, down. And then go back to see how much. It margined out. See there it went. So it stopped the trade at 23,999. So if I wanted to, I could just for the hell of it sell. I'll see how much 23,000 will sell. I'll put 20 in there, see if that does anything. Not enough money, it says. I'm gonna max it out, so I'll put 15. There it went, 15. Let me see if I can put another trade on. Go up, I just hit the plus button at the top right. See if I can put on 3 more. Yeah, so it allowed me 3 more, so that's 18 altogether. And then, of course, if I wanted to, I could just go up here and modify the order and put a stop loss. I could just say, well, it's a sell, so I'm going to put the stop loss way up high, so I'll just put it at 188.888, Trump's number. Put a stop loss on that one, and then go to the one for 15. And same thing, I'll just put 888.888, put stop losses, and then go to the charts. Oops. Go to the charts and put it on the 4 hour to see where the stop losses are at. So there they are, way up there at the top. That's like 200-300 pips way up the top up there. So supposedly, see right here, the trade has hit all this congestion here. So I expect that it's probably just going to sit there all night, and it might reverse and start coming up, and then the account will start losing more money and more money. Or it might come down and go all the way to the bottom right there at the end of the stuff. But either way, not too worried here, because it's just fake money. Just fake money to play around and, just press buy and sell and mess around with the markets, or go to YouTube and learn from other traders on YouTube videos how the market functions and all that stuff. But basically, just need the download right there, and this FF right here. Go to forexfactory.com, which is this. Just type in Google again. Forex Factory. Oh yeah, just put it like that. Forex Factory. Hold on, let me type it in here again. But no. forexfactory.com. There it is. No, that's forex.com. Where the fuck is it? Here it is. forexfactory.com. Just press on that. And there it is. And then this is just the website. But I think just go to the App Store and just press in forexfactory.com for the app. Let me type. Search. That wasn't it. Let me put just Forex Factory, see what that does. Maybe it could have been on the website. I don't see it here. It'll probably be somewhere on the website. Download for the app. But this is good because it shows all the. Go to the calendar. It shows all the news, and it tells what time the news event happens, because these red ones cause the market to really go up and down real fast at 100 pips at a time, 50 pips at a time. So it's recommended not to be trading during that time, or else, if you know the markets, then it doesn't matter, because the direction of the market for the trade is more likely going to be, the news event shall be usually in favor to the trend. But, see, like here's a lot of red stuff. Those are the main ones, and then the orange ones are medium, and those can have stuff too happen. So usually the big money events, like core CPI, retail sales, waste price index, industrial production, CPI, quarterly price index, where the fuck. Anyway, so it's good to, you know, get a look at the news for the day before placing any trades at particular times. And just wait for the news to come out. Wait 5 minutes after the market does its whipsaw, and then figure out where to get in if one wants to get in. So anyway, should be some type of app on here somewhere. It's hard to tell where the fuck did that app came from. Anyway, so there it is on the thing. See how the trade's doing now. Oh, see? As soon as I put it on, it's starting to whipsaw back up the other way. So, look at it. Because it ran into that congestion. And usually that's what happens, so there it is. Put it on the 1 minute. But it just retraced, and now it's starting to come back down again. So there's the sell, is that red line. This is the 1 minute chart. Then squeeze it together to see what kind of. That's as far as it squeezes. So, oh well, just put it back where it was. So most of the time, when a trade is put on here, it always ends up going against the trade. It'll go the opposite direction. That's happened time and time and time again. 90% of the time, every time a trade is put on, and fucking it'll go the opposite fucking direction. But so and then go look at the prices here, and so this is how much it went down. 64,000 is what it took out. So basically took out a quarter of the, or 3/4 of the account is what it'll margin out at. So that's nice to know. So, and so I'm wondering, looking at the margin percent again. So here's the margin level. So the margin level starts off at 100% up here at the top, and then it goes all the way down to, or thinking it probably went down to like 30% or 20% before it stopped out. It was at 40% at the beginning of the video. So somewhere between 20 and 30. Would have been nice if I would have sat there and just recorded exactly what the percent was so that I know. But at least it's close. So somewhere between 40-30%. So they're kind of like, it's fluctuating in the profit area. There's one. See this one here for 15, sell 15 right there in the good for $200. That's $150 a pip. And that's a very heavy trade. And this other one down here, 3, it's going to be $30 a pip. So if I wanted to cash it out right now, then I could get $160 real quick here. Oh, it disappeared though real quick. So here's the chart. So there it is right there. It's wondering how much further it can go down, because like I say, it's running into this congestion here. See, that's what it does. It makes solid runs when there's a clearing, It'll make a solid, straight fucking run for, you know, pretty strong run until it gets down to all this congestion here. You know, all these bars right here, all close together. And then you get these runs, whoop, and then come back down, and then hit it, and then it'll just kind of like stop there. That's where it will. That's where it wants to stay all night. And sometimes what it does is the bankers they'll run it all the way down, and then they'll run it all the way back up, and sometimes they'll keep going and keep going up. And that's called a sneak attack. Sneak attack. Everyone thinks the market's gonna keep going down, and then they fucking. Well, those are little lines. These can be. Just tap on them, delete them. These little things are for just drawing underneath a straight line between the congestion. Like I can bring it down here. And in this congestion, bring another one down here. Whoop. Another line here, and then just tap it down here and put it like here. And this would be like a channel of congestion. And so what happens is, you know, that's another way to trade, is to trade and wait for it to break out of the channel. And it'll break out. Like here, I go to another time frame. It's like, Jesus Christ, hold on. Go to like a 30-minute time frame. Hold on, no, that wasn't. Let's go back to the hour. No. Where was it at? Go back to the 4 hour. Anyway. So what it does is it, let's see here. It's kind of hard to see on this one, but it breaks out. It breaks out, and then it goes back down to retest the line where it broke out. And that's where the trade gets put in. So wait for the breakout, wait for the bar to close, and then wait for it to come back down to test the line, and then put the trade in, and then put the stop down somewhere down here, or all the way down here below the lows, and then just hope it shoots up. That's another way to trade. So anyway, so here it is here. It looks like it's going down a little bit more, so there's probably a little bit more profit. So yeah, so there's $417. So if I wanted, I could cash those out. Like for example, I'll cash out the one with 3 and just close position, close it, and then accept. And so now it's closed out and got $30 out of it, or whatever it was, 58. So there's the record right there, $58. I like this record. I like this MT5, the record keeping, how it is. Everything's nice, and you can see the money's going up and down, see how much the trades are going. So now if I wanted to, I could see, there it's coming back up. It's kind of just sitting there. But if I wanted to, I could place another trade here. See, what the fuck's going on with it? Let's go to the 1 minute. So there, it's going back up. It's going to test that little line right there probably. So if I wanted to, I could just put on another, just for the hell of it, place another trade, drop 3 more on a sell. So there it is. It always starts off in the negative because the Forex company charges money to trade. It always starts off in the negative. So, the $400 just went down to nothing. Now it's going the other direction. See that? So we go back to the chart. Look at that. It says, "Fuck you, fuck you. We know you're hoping to get some money, and so we're robot controlling your ass. So fuck you. Hope you lose all your fucking money and end up on the street." Because that's what happens to a lot of people. They start trading, and then they get hooked in it, and they get whipped in, and it gets addicting, and they can't stop. And next thing you know, they lost all the fucking money. They'll be fucking in debt, the credit cards and all that shit. But anyway, so see? So, but, that was anticipated, It's not really wise to place a trade when it finally got all the way down the congestion. The run is pretty much over. So, and it's either just gonna just sit here all night and start another channel going like this, dun 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 dun, and wondering wait for Monday, and then Monday it might be not a very busy day, and it'll just keep going all day in a channel. Or it just might break out and go down more, or it might just break back up and head back up the other direction. But the run is pretty much over for the night. But there's the morning session. So, and the morning session starts at 5 o'clock, 5:15 is when it starts. 5 o'clock, 5:15, and that's called the U.S. session. So midnight is the London session, and 5 in the morning is the American session, and they'll move the markets like this. And then there's the Asian session, which is around 6 o'clock p.m., and it's not as active as a market as the London and the morning session, the U.S. session, the American session. Anyway, so go to the 1 minute. So there it is, and it's wanting to come back down a little bit. It's hard to tell. Yeah, there's a little black bar, so it might just. So now it's probably going to look to form what's called a double bottom. So it'll probably be down here for 15 minutes, and then for the next couple hours, it'll come up, and then it'll come back down, form a double bottom, and then it might want to go back up. Or it just might want to just trading up and down in a channel, like there is one, like the one that's here on the 4-hour time frame. Just go up and down in a channel. Bzz, bzz. Yeah. So there's the platform, and hit the money thing, and now we're down a bunch of money, which is no big deal. I want to get this account so it's all the way down to $500. In all actuality, that would be wonderful. And that way I could start trading with reality, and it would only allow to be able to trade at a quarter or 50 cents at a time, or a dime. So it would be a dime per 10 cents per pip. So a big long move like this is, 100 pip move basically. 100, it went from 86.80 to 85.40, that was over 100 pips. That was a 150 pip move. So going to the calculator, 10 cents times 150 pip move like that, that's $15 on a $500 account. So, but usually the way traders trade is they would much rather place two small trades, so two 5-cent trades, and then they would take some profit right in here for the first 20 pips. Take profit at cash it out around 20 or 30 pips, which is probably around here, and then let the other one keep running, and then bring the stop loss right here where he cashed out the other one. So if this one accidentally ran against it and stopped out, he would at least still have another 30 pips worth of money. So that's the popular strategy to trading, is to put two small trades off, cash one out quick, and hope the other one comes way down here, and then cash it out when it gets way down there. Or just let it keep running, and bring a stop loss all the way down here above the channel, somewhere in there, and then, because there's always the opportunity that it'll keep going down the next day. So, and at that point, then when it comes out of the channel, it would come out, and then it would come back for a retest, and then place another trade on it, and then hopefully it'll keep going. Or two small trades again, and put a stop loss up here above the channel to stop it out somewhere, according. If it's 50 pip stop, then it'd be a smaller trade, only trade a couple pennies then. So anyway, so let's see how the trade's going now. Oh, look. So there it's going down. So I could cash it out and get $500 out of it right now on a $20,000 account. So here it is. Go to the 1 minute. I won't be able to tap it while the crosshair is on. No, didn't want that. Hit the 4 hour. There, go back to the 1 minute. So there it is. So this is like a double bottom on the 1 minute. So I'm expecting this to come up and come down for another 1 minute double bottom, and then it's gonna move a C wave up, and a C wave will probably be right in here because there's congestion right in here. So it'll go all the way up like that. And then it'll either just kind of like da-da-da, or the markets can actually start to move it all the way up and start moving up with it. Like I said, the bankers, so that's why it's really not wise to place a trade way down here when it's already got down to the bottom of the move. I was just throwing trades on there just to show what it's like, one kid could get a couple bucks, when it's, all the way down there, and see, there it is again. Now it's in the bad, so. So, oh, there it goes. So it's moving up already. See, this one, it didn't come all the way down. It just came down kind of short of it, which is what it does sometimes. And then it looks to break this previous high, which this would be an Elliott wave. This would be considered wave 5. Comes up, wave A, comes down, wave B, and then a break. But actually, this right here would be considered a low point to look for at the 5, and now it's going to be coming up, and on the 5-minute chart. So go up to the next higher time frame. So here it is. It'll come up and then come back and put a what's called an A wave, which is a lower, a higher high. But this one right here would be considered the higher high, because a high is a retracement going backwards, or going the opposite direction. But the idea is that it's going to cause a W. Basically a double bottom, and then is a W. That's the idea. It's always a W. And there's a long leg on the other W over here, which is the C wave. But anyway. So here's the trade again. So it just kind of like dingling around. So that's that. Got the old bright light here. So it's time to attend to the fire over here. Turn the fan on. Open the door over here. All the smoke wants to come out. Whoops. There. All going here. Smoke wants to come out. I'll put another log in here. These other logs under it. This is a smoky fucker, man. Smokes up the house in here every fucking time. Open up that fucker. That's the way it goes. Better to stay hot. I just opened up all the doors. Turned the fucking fan on. Got the back door open. Got the fan over here. At the end of the fucking hallway down there. Go down here. So there it is right there. Turn the light on in the bathroom. There's the fan. So that's the way it runs around here. And then all the clothes end up smelling like smoke. Walk through town. Smell like smoke during the wintertime around here through all the shopping centers. That's just the way it goes. That's called living in the old world, man. Back in the days when all the houses were fucking, that's all they had back in the fucking 1800s was fucking wood stoves, man. There was no electricity. What it's like. And this is the shitty wood stove. You know, the wood stoves, today's modern wood stoves, they're constructed in such a way that they don't fucking It'll fucking smoke out all over the fucking place. But this is an old fucking wood stove, man. This fucking big cast iron box fucker goes right into the fucking wall, to the fucking chimney. So anyway, let's see what the trade's up to. I just go there. Up, minus dollars. Down $1,000 now. Because it's just going up. But it looks like it's wanting to come down a little bit. Who knows? Anyway, that's it. So that's trading in a nutshell, man. Looking for them runs. Trend continuations, and all kinds of shit. All kinds of different stuff to learn how the trading system functions. So, go back to the camera. Toodaloo, toodaloo, toodaloo. And here's little Boober over here.
Hey, Boo! I said you, man. How we're doing hot rock.
She likes the fireplace.
Yeah, I like fireplace.
She got some crystals here.
Yeah, see, but the crystals. I got crystals. I'll tell you. You got the crystal powers. I got a couple of crystal powers, fucker. Fuck yeah. Crystal powers.
But you know, a lot of traders, you know, they're just inexperienced traders that don't know how to market functions and stuff like that. They'll come to the 1 minute chart right here, this stuff right here, and they'll just see if they can jump in and catch a couple pips. Maybe 10 pips, you know, or so, or whatever the fuck. Just jump in and hopefully they'll get something, and if they're losing too much money, they'll fucking cash it out and say, oh, fuck that one. And they'll wait a little bit of time before they can get their courage back up to pop another pip in there, pop another trade in there. So there it is when it hits congestion. So that's usually what happens. So like I said, it'll come down to congestion and it'll stop. Go to a bigger time frame and see there's congestion all the way down over on the other side too. See? All this right in here, and then this right in here. So, and then there's congestion down here. And that's on the big time frame. Go down to the bigger time frame, the weekly. Okay. And you know, trading on a weekly time frame here. Look at this run right here. That's free running right there. If it ever comes down to there, that's going to be a nice trade right there on the weekly time frame, which starts off at 181 up there to the right and goes down to 171, and that's 1,000 pips right there. From 180 to 170, 1,000 pips. So if a guy had $1 million trading account and he traded just 3% times 3%, it should be 22,000. Well, 30,000. Okay. And so he put his 75 lots on, which is $750 per lot, times 1,000. He would practically double his account. He could double his account trading on the weekly time frame on a 75 lot pip. 75 lot pip move. So going back to the weekly time frame, so he'd just have to come and inspect the charts till it got down to this level, which would more than likely be something like, okay, this would be a nipple up here. It would come down and then come back up and have a double top, and then start coming back down again and break the low, which this one over here from 5, Elliott wave 5, down to point A, and come back up for B, and then a run down for C, which is a break of the A point down here. And usually the A point's gonna be a lower low, which would come down below all this stuff right here. It would come down right here, then go back up for a B, and then come down and then break that, and then it would have a free run from there to there, around there to there, around, and so one could actually get into the trade way the fuck up here, because it would come up with the double top, put the trade on, and then ride the trade all the way down, and so that would be, another 800 pips up there, plus 1,000 down here, so that would be 8,000 pips if one wanted to play it that way. So at 750, if he wanted to roll it out like that, and just some traders trade the whole thing, the whole lot instead of 2 small lots. A trader could do 2 small 35 lots, which is 37 lots. But 750 at a pip at 1,800, well, he made $1,350,000 if you just waited out for the trade to finish, which it would be because these are weeks. Each one of these bars is a week, because this is the weekly chart. See up here at the top up here, it says weekly, which over here is the W1. So if he wanted to trade, put his trade up here at the double top. Well, how many weeks before it would be in profit? Pop the trade on. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Look at this one move right here. In 1 week it dropped down pretty far. And then 2 smaller weeks, 3 smaller weeks, 1, 2, 3, and then another week. So it could be 2 months before it got all the way down there, just staying in the trade. Sit there and wait, and put the stop loss way up above up here. It would probably be like a 200 pip stop loss. So he probably wouldn't trade 75 lots. He'd probably bring it down to more like 50 lots, because in order to go 200 pips, he'd have to, $30,000 is 3% of $1 million account. So 50 times 200. Well, there it is. That's 10,000. But he would have still 20,000 to go, so he could actually go 200 times 60 lots. See what that is. There's 12,000, but it was actually more like 30,000. See here. What did I say? It was 750 times 30 equals 22,000. Yeah, so 22,000. So, but that's for 30 pips. So 22,000 divided by 200, and that would give the amount of pips. So it would be 110 lots. Instead of trading 150, it'd be 110. So still 110 lots times an 1,800 pip move for 2 months to sit on it. That would be $198,000 right there. So $200,000 instead of $1,300,000 with a big lot at 30 pips. But it's better to have a 200 pip because a weekly time frame can move up there against the trade before it starts coming down. On a weekly level, it'll travel quite a bit in a week, like 100 pips, 200, close to 200 pips, sometimes 300. So sometimes those will need to be 400 or 500 pips in order to get 1,000 pips out of the deal. But anyway, so back to the trade. Press on see what's going on with the trade here. Go back to the 1 minute time frame. Get that crosshair off. So there, look how far it went up. So there it is. It on the 5 minute we got a higher high. So there it is. That's the retracement, a higher high on the 5 minute. So it's going to come down. It's going to come down, cause another double bottom, and then probably a C wave going up, and it's going to break the A, and then go up to probably around here is the nearest congestion where it's starting to go a little sideways. Probably come up like that, or it just might want to keep going according to what the bankers want, and they could just bring it all the way back up and go further and further up and away. So anyway, so we got all the smoke out of the house now, so shut the doors. Shut the fan off. Shut the light off and kick back in the chair and contemplate. I was listening to the Capricorn astrology reports, and they said that Venus and Saturn and Jupiter are all active planets for 2023 here, and they said that all Capricorns are going to be prosperous, and everyone that hates them are going to be ashamed of themselves. Those are the Capricorn astrology reports for this season because of the Venus, Saturn, and Jupiter alignments. And so all Capricorns are supposed to be super prosperous. Okay, now most all the rulers in the Vatican are Capricorn folks. All the high level elite rulers are Capricorns. So what does that also say? Well, it also says that the report is saying that all the great rulers in the world, the millionaires, all the rich are going to get richer and richer and richer, which is also saying that the poor are going to get poorer and poorer and poorer. And there's been a lot of people saying that there's going to be another Great Depression like 1929, and it's going to be worse, like way worse than the other one. It's going to put the 1929 one to shame, so they say. And there's all this talk and documentations that there's been a lot of bank activity where a lot of banks have been fucking going under behind the scenes and shit like that. And supposedly there's a new system coming in and all this shit, but who knows? And who knows with this astrology stuff? I mean, it's all just stories, and and I guess it all really depends on how bad one believes the story, and if one believes the story strong enough, then it come it would they like to call it the word manifest, which is a celebration to the king world, the legal abusive mudstuck king position. But who knows? There could be some good to it, but anyway, the last time that I looked at the astrology charts was back in 2017, when the sheriff stole the house, and I was living with mother and father, caring for mother and writing up the lien and all that shit. And back then, the astrology report, when I got the house back, the astrology report said, you're going to be, Capricorn, you're going to be coming into a whole lot of money. And sure enough, I ended up getting a job, getting $40,000 a year. Started off at 20, and I ended up at 40,000 a year. And then I got laid off again. The last job I had before the economy tanked in 2008, I got fired off that one because I was trading currencies and I got in a bad losing trade. So I called into work one Friday during the recession, and they were already laying people off anyway. So they told me, they said, you're fired. You should have known better than to call in for work, especially on a Friday on shipment day. Because I stayed up all night trading and got in a losing trade, and I didn't think it was safe to come into work. Working on presses, hydraulic presses, shit closes and presses wood together, and it'll cut fingers off and smash heads and all that shit. So I got fired. So, but there's more to the story. I was laid off before that for a week anyway, so they were looking to get rid of me anyway. So I guess they didn't like me very much, but the supervisor anyway at the time, I guess, didn't like me very much, and the company had to I wasn't the only one laid off for that week. A couple of us were laid off, and then they brought us back, but then I quit because I wanted to trade Forex. That I didn't make it, and 2 weeks later I went back, and the boss told me I could come back anyway. What, the supervisor, the main boss, because he kind of liked me. He liked me. It's just that the supervisor wasn't too fond of me. But anyway, so here we are again, and another, weak economy type situation, and Capricorns are supposed to be splurged for money or whatever the fuck, so who knows. But anyway, so let's see what the trade's up to. Oh, look, there it is. See, it's going up. Look at that. So let's look at the trade here. Oh, minus 3,000. Oh, good. Well, I hope I really hope that it goes down to 500. I'm not really too worried on it. Although at first I was worried when I started losing, but then I realized, oh, well, this is actually a blessing in disguise. So in all actuality, it would have been better if I would just placed a buy order there. But this gives a wonderful idea, how easy it is to place a trade at the end of a run. For inexperienced traders, they don't know how the market functions, and they're like, oh man, it's going down. Oh, God, I think I'm going to get in now. So they place the trade, and then all of a sudden it immediately goes against them. And then they're like, shit, fuck, I'm losing all my fucking money. They're like watching it just go and like, fuck. And they can't bear themselves to fucking lose that much and just cash it out. They're like, I hope it comes back. I hope it comes back. I hope it comes. It never does. It keeps going and going and going. And then they just get more tense and more tense. And all of a sudden they start feeling sick and just, oh my God, it just fucking. And I know so well what that feels like because it's happened time and time and time again, man. I lost $130,000 real quick. But I ended up learning the system, and I put a lien on this house, and then the bank offered me a release of lien. But it was all in the name of Obama said that during the mortgage scandal, because all these mortgages are fraud. You know, all the people are creditors to the bankruptcy, and all the credits being stolen through the hospital doctors. And they're the same ones that told Trump to shut the economy down, came up with their fake story, mask story, and their fake viruses. So, they're just children. Adults, but inside they're just children. Bully children, stuck in the mud with it abusively. So they're just, children are bully mud stuck children are natural thieves, liars, and murderers and all that stuff. But that, the universe lets them be what they want to be. And then those that want to be mature and be the motherly and fatherly type individuals too, and they just help the child come to the breast to give them knowledge, and eventually they'll start to grow and they'll come out of the mud stuck situation. But until that happens, they're enjoying their wonderful season of wonderful stealing, murdering bliss, thinking that it's a wonderful thing. So there's no convincing that it's not a wonderful thing, because they obviously believe that it is. So that's just all it is. They nothing's gonna change them except being audited and exposed for what's really going on. And then it finally starts to sink in, and circumstances might get rough for them, or whatever the fuck happens. Eventually the growth does happen. So, but and I see the universe as being one big giant child that's still growing, the whole universe. So, learning about this YouTuber called Mud Fossil University, saying that there used to be giants all over the place on the Earth and other planets, and there's giants that have been blown up in the heavens, and there's body parts, all the asteroid rocks and all the planets, everything is just blown up body parts through the millions of years of all the childish games that are being going on. So it's just a fucking mess. The astronauts say that the outer space smells like fucking steak, burnt steak, because the sun is just, burning up all those dead body parts that are petrifying out there, turning into rock and shit and dirt. But there's actually still blood inside them and all kinds of shit. But that's on the YouTuber Mud Fossil University. And he's having all the major universities are giving him a hard time because he's discovered all this stuff. And there's no fucking really denying it. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. When he shows the proof, it's just like, holy fuck. Holy fuck. This is some wild shit to consider. Some seriously wild shit to consider. But, still, even at that, it's still just could be a hologram story. Everything going on could be all just a hologram story, and there's something really deeper hidden behind it all. So, anyway, let's look at the trade again. Oh, okay, so there it's going all the way to the top. So, anyway. So that's that. So, end the video. Talk to you later. Oh, whoops, that wasn't it. I'm used to hitting the red button here. I have to swipe it and shut it off. There's the red button on the lower right corner.